When?
Hey everybody, this is Jeff again. I'm Chef G's insignificant other. She asked me to come back and do another live. She wasn't feeling so well tonight, so I thought I'll do one. I do promise we're going to do a better one tomorrow, but tonight I thought we'll do a nice little quick one. Before we get started, when I was at work today, Heather asked, does Chef G have any rules when you do these shows? And I thought, well, not really. And I said, well, there are a couple rules. First of all, you have to do a little product placement. I mean, we're trying to show you the Pampered Chef stuff, and there's such a variety of it. It's a great opportunity to do it. The other rules are no cursing, and full frontal nudity is only allowed if it's fully necessary for the advancement of the plot. Don't worry, everybody. There won't be any full frontal nudity. Because if there were, and I thought about it, even I could make bacon look ugly if I were cooking it naked. So there will be no nudity. You need not worry. But while there will be no nudity, there will be plenty of meat because it's springtime. And this is when a young man's thoughts turn to baseball and barbecue. So we're going to be making some barbecue tonight. Just some hamburgers, nothing fancy. I'm sure as the summer goes on, we'll do some more interesting things. But just wanted to show you what we're making. And I apologize, we sort of pre-did a lot of these things. It was just a quick one here. The first one was, we had some sweet potatoes in our small little rock crock here.
Casserole rock crock.
It's a casserole rock crock. It's a smaller rock crock. You can see it's got our sweet potatoes already cut up in here. They're mixed with a little brown sugar. This is because barbecue's not the healthiest, so we decided we get some carbs with brown sugar, carbs on carbs, to say we're being healthy. We're calling it a vegetable because it grew in the ground. We're going to get that right in here, because it takes a little while to cook. That's hot. So there we go. That is in there. You will, of course, recall that when I am finished with that, I will use these to take them out. The wonderful oven mitts that I showed you before, silicone, grippy, and you don't burn your hands. Though maybe it's just me, but because of this rubber surface, I always feel like they're going to be glued to my hands at the end. But I promise it won't happen. For a little product placement, of course, to make the sweet potatoes, we use the peeler. You've seen the peeler before. Very nice. Works very, very well. I peeled 20 pounds of potatoes, I believe it was last time, and it worked out just fine. And, of course, our slicey dicey knife. It probably has a better name.
Utility.
Our utility knife. So we use the utility knife as well. Nothing fancy and product-wise, but just wanted to show you what we used in the making of this product. The next thing we're going to get to is the burgers themselves. We have our Pampered Chef mixing bowl, which I'm sure has a fancier name.
It's a kid's bowl.
It's a kid's bowl. So very fitting I'm getting to use it. So here is our kid's bowl. And we're going to make a couple different varieties of burgers tonight. Different sort of flavor levels. This is ground turkey. It is a little bit healthier. I think it was something like 93% lean or something like that. It's pretty healthy meat, so a little better to go with. And we're also going to be using the burger press. And what's really nice about this burger press I found is you can cook meat that would normally be so lean it would tend to fall apart. And this is actually going to hold things together because you can just pack it down so nicely in here. And we're going to make 3 levels of burger because there's 3 of us eating tonight. The first one we're going to make is for Gail's son. He has a relatively tender palate. He enjoys the flavors you might find in the recovery wing of the gastric surgery ward. So if you can avoid flavor at all costs, that's a good thing. Can I say it's a good thing? Or did I just violate a copyright? Saying it's a good thing on a cooking show, I could be in trouble. All right. So you can see I've already just basically mixed the meat up in here. We just get a healthy handful of meat into the press. We have the top of the press. And you just give her. Press the burger in there. Give it a good squish. Turkey's a little softer than other meat, so it tends to come up a little bit, but it's perfectly fine. And then I'm going to bring it to the barbecue on these. These are Pampered Chef plates. You cannot buy them anymore. They are no longer available, unfortunately. But Chef G will sell you these very plates for $100 a plate. They're collector's items. This is like a Wayne Gretzky rookie card. You can't buy it anymore. So if you want to get the plate, come out for it right there. So we're going to get the burger out of here, and we press it out, and it's ready to go. Now we're going to start having a little fun with the burgers here.
Amanda Jerica is watching.
Amanda Jerica, that's 2 people.
I know. That's what their name is on Facebook, though.
All right. So we're going to get a little flavor in here. Got a couple things here. First off, I have this spice that I picked before, and because I'm geriatric, I can't read it. I believe it says crushed
Pepper and garlic rub.
Crushed pepper and garlic rub.
Good thing you showed it to me.
Good thing I have a younger girlfriend who can still read things that aren't 18 feet from her face. So we're going to get the spice in here, and we just got a little
She
spice
called you Sax.
into the meat. We're going to mix it all up in here. So lots of spice in here, lots of flavors. One thing about putting flavors into things before you cook them is you tend to lose it's a trade-off. The flavor infuses into every bite, but you also have the downside that you tend to lose a little bit of the intensity of the flavor during the cooking. So you can go a little extra. I also have some grated cheese. I, of course, showed the lovely cheese grater that I used last time, and you'll note my hands are still intact, unlike our 9-year-old who managed to destroy the back of his hands, and he's never seen the side of the kitchen. All right, so we have our cheese and our little Pampered Chef. Product placement. But it's very handy for storing things in. It's a prep bowl. This is just cheddar cheese. You could use any sort of cheese you want. I find Crumbly Blue to be absolutely delicious with this, and the flavors really get in there. And I'm just going to mix these in here.
Oh, so I just realized it's Sax watching.
Oh, Sax is watching.
I thought he was going to watch because his mother's there visiting.
Good. I told you. Push Mom aside. You got more important things. Jeff's on. All right. Now, just one moment. I have to go ahead and wash my hands. So Chef G will show you the meat.
Okay.
It's now rated R. You're looking at nothing but meat. One moment. I did things a touch out of order. I meant to put the garlic in there. All right. So I've now reduced the amount of coliform bacteria I'm going to spread around the kitchen here. And we're going to get some garlic in here. I love the garlic press. It's so good. It's so easy. It allows you to get the garlic already going. I have another prep bowl, which you can see right here. I've already got the garlic ready to roll in here. And we're going to get the garlic into our ground turkey here.
Lauren's watching too.
The one thing about garlic, is it's really one of those things that you should really agree with your significant other or life partner about before you go ahead and start dating someone. It's like, those dating sites, and they ask things that are important. What religion are you? Do you smoke? Things that could be significant in your relationship. And I think garlic falls into that category. Because if you really like garlic and your SO does not, you might be SOL when bedtime rolls around. So keep that in mind if you're single and picking a partner and you happen to like garlic. Might be something to add onto your dating profile.
Lauren goes, "Hi Jeff, finally caught you live."
I'm here. Briefly. So
Tell Larry to come watch so he can meet one of his future coworkers.
Hey Larry, if you're there, looking forward to seeing you. All right, so we'll get the last bit of garlic out of here. I think I threw this little life tip in last time as well, but soak the garlic press for the sake of the person who does the dishes. It's great, but it can be real sticky.
Sax wants a garlic press.
Sax can have a garlic press for twice the regular price. No, its garlic press is great, handy. And how much is it, Chef G? I have no idea.
I don't know without looking.
Okay, we won't make you look. Be hard to look and...
It's like $20, $25, somewhere in there.
There we go. So once again, this is going to be Chef G's burger. We're going to get this meat into here.
No hot sauce.
There is no hot sauce. Chef G does like garlic, though.
Mm-hmm.
And you could also do onions in here. I find that a nice thing to add in here.
But I don't like those either.
Chef G can do onions if they're cooked. She actually made a delicious French onion soup this week. And it was really, really good. But the onions have to be cooked or it gives you little stomach pains, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
Is that about right?
It's called acid reflux.
Acid reflux. All right. Acid reflux is like concussions. When I was a boy, you never had such a thing. All right, let's get this burger out of here.
There it is.
We are. And there's Chef G's burger, ready to go. Now we're going to make my burger. And my burger is going to be good because we're breaking out the insanity sauce. Now, you want to be careful with this stuff.
Show them the sauce. Like they don't...
Now it's beef slathered in sand. It's extra manly. It's got raw meat. It's turkey, too. It's raw turkey on it. Less manly. Its manliness is going up and down, or just alarmingly here. All right. So we're going to get this in here. Now, this stuff you use sparingly as a rule.
Zach says he'll pay double for the garlic press if we pay double for the price of the Ford Taurus.
But I am going to put a pretty healthy amount in here.
Zach, I'll bring you one to work tomorrow.
And the reason I'm putting a healthy amount in is because, as I mentioned, when you cook, the flavors go down. If you're ever trying this, I would not recommend putting that much into it if you weren't going to be cooking it. That's a lot.
If you like to sweat when you eat, go ahead and cook the way Jeff does with
a lot of hot sauce. I'll also warn you with the hot sauce, if you had cuts in your hands, you would want to be careful about getting it in here. Hot
Like me
sauces can be
yesterday.
dangerous. If everyone wants a humorous story from my past, I was at one point cutting habanero peppers and then went to the bathroom without washing my hands. I mean, who washes your hands before you go to the bathroom? when you cut habaneros, you should. Let's just say there was an emergency shower that took place immediately afterwards, which was absolutely essential to my very survival. It was horrible. All right, so we've got this all mixed in here nicely here. Once again, a generous dollop into the burger press. Order of operations is always important here. Remember, we made the stomach surgery burger first, and we make this burger last. You want to make sure you do these things in order. You also want to make sure you keep track of which is which, because Chef G doesn't want the hot sauce burger at the end of the day.
No.
So we're going to get this burger pressed out in here. And we have another plate, collector's edition. Does it have a name?
No, they don't make it anymore.
You reckon such an item may come
It's
out
like a
again this summer?
picnic plate or something like that. It was like 2 years ago.
Do they have some fun summer stuff coming out this year?
They usually do. They haven't announced it yet. Usually will be announced in like June. I want to say May or June.
Keep an eye on. I'm just figuring it feels like summer already because there's baseball
We
in
can
the
make
air.
wine pops
Wine pops.
with a popsicle maker.
That would be very exciting, watching ice freeze.
It does it really fast because you keep it in the freezer beforehand. So when you pour in the wine, within like 10 minutes, you have a popsicle.
Oh, nice. All right.
That's that thing you hate cleaning, all those little things.
Oh, yes.
The gray things that you hate cleaning.
So, we now have our burgers ready to go. Once again, I have soiled my hands, so give me just a moment to wash those up. I'll be right back on camera soon. I know this is terribly exciting.
Lauren, you can get a burger press for free when you do your party.
Or I can autograph a burger press and you can have it for $70. All right, so we've got our burgers ready to go. I'll be taking these out to the barbecue shortly. There's a dog standing behind Chef G looking quite hungry right now. So we're going to keep an eye on her because she is horribly misbehaved. We are also going to follow up our meal with some healthy, tater tots. Because when you're eating such a healthy meal already, you need some tater tots to go with it.
They're Ethan's favorite.
They are Ethan's favorite. Remember his menu selection. Tastes like nothing. I will say I don't mind a tater tot if it's been nicely oven cooked and it's hot. Nothing reheats worse than a tater tot. I'm convinced there's some sort of weird oil on it that just does not stand for reheating. But we're going to use that same Pampered Chef tray I used to keep our meat on because we have such a small kitchen. We now have it ready to go. It is going to join the sweet potatoes in the oven. I am going to follow the Grey Grec out to the barbecue so I can get the meat rolling. And we are done. Come back tomorrow. It'll be sometime 5 or 6 o'clock. We'll let Chef G know. And we're going to cook something a little more, hopefully elaborate, fun, healthy. We'll try to mix some things up. Have a good evening, everybody.
Hi, Christina.